Hi everyone, I'm so excited about our stamp of the month this month. It's called From Owl of Us, and it has these adorable owl images, plus it comes with a thin cut. Let me take that out for you. I love thin cuts because I just feel like they give me a lot more options when I want to create and make it a lot more easy to place my images where I want them to go. So I'm very excited that we have this option. You can get the stamp set alone. You don't have to get it with the thin cuts, but it's really nice that they do have the thin cuts. And I want to show you this cute card I made with the stamp of the month. Here we go. Ta-da! I'm so excited that I finally got to make this cool pop-up card, and I'm going to attempt to show you how I made it. I used not only the stamp of the month, but I used the It's Your Birthday stamps that are on special. I think they're still on special as of the making of this video. And I just love all of these, not only the words, but the little icons that come with it. And it also has die cuts. I'm a sucker for die cuts. I don't mind fussy cutting, but sometimes it's just nice to have that die cut there. And then I also use the I Want Candy papers. I'm just going to go through the papers with you. This is the fun candy side for this sheet, but then I love this kind of plaid pattern in sapphire. And then this is the blush candy pattern. And I use this side with the stars because they just make a perfect night sky. And then these look like those, do you guys remember these from when you were young, the candy dots? But I use the stripes, the kind of the rainbow stripes. So I'm going to attempt to show you how I made this card. I also used the cloud backgrounds, the thin cut cloud backgrounds, to get some of these nice cloud images. And let's get started. Okay, you're going to want to have one piece of sapphire cut at 4 1/4 by 11 inches. That's going to be your card base. It's going to be a top fold down card base. And then one piece of sapphire cut at 11 inches by 2 3/4, and one piece cut at 8 1/2 inches by 2 1/2 inches. And you can simply fold your card base in half. If you have a bone folder, if you like to use that, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, and then we're going to take the 11 inch by 2 3/4 inch piece and score that. First at 2 3/4 inch. And then the next score should be at 5 1/2 inches. And then the final one for this piece is at 8 1/4 inch. Okay, this is probably the trickiest part, and it's not even that bad, but if you do find that it's not kind of folding correctly, I would just go ahead and cut another piece and score it all over again. But with this piece, this is our 8 1/2 inch by 2 1/2 inch piece of sapphire. You want to mark 3 inches in, both on the top and bottom, and on both sides. Okay. 3 inches. And then what you're going to do is score from the top left to the bottom right and the top right to the bottom left. And for that, I just use my trimmer with my score blade and try to align where I've put the marks right into this little indentation in my scoring, in my cutting, in my trimmer, sorry. And then you're also going to want to score it lengthwise in half. So this was 2.5, so 1 1/4. Okay, when you fold your scores, you kind of want to bring the diagonal to the front. And then unfold and bring the other one down to the front. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. And then your long fold is going to be away from you. I'm going to give them all another good fold. Okay. So then you kind of poke that middle part and you get almost like a little house shape. All right. Give it a good crease. And this is your pop-up mechanism right here. And for this piece here, your 11 inch by 2 3/4 of an inch, you're going to fold it in half and then back like an accordion. All right, so it's like that. Go ahead and mark the middle point of your in the inside of your fold of the card base at 2 1/8 of an inch, right there. And this little piece, your pop-up mechanism, is going to go right there. You can use a tape runner if you want to, but it's really good to use something very strong. So I'm going to use liquid glue. I'll try to align that right in the middle there. Let's see. Just give that a close. Hold it for a little bit. And then turn it over and do the same. I'm gonna add some more glue. And that'll be a nice strong bond. And here are the other papers I've used. The measurements for your inside panels and your front panel for this plaid sapphire paper is 4 inches by 5 1/4, 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I have 3 of those. So 2 go on the inside and 1 will be for the front. And then I have 2 of these kind of rainbow squares. They're 2 1/4 inch square with 2 1/2 inch periwinkle square as their mats. And then these are 4 2 1/4 inch squares of the Starry Night. I call this paper Starry Night. Starry Night paper. And then 4 2 1/2 inch square borders or mats to go under those. And then I have this also for the front. The star paper, the Starry Night paper, is 3 inches by 4 1/4. And then the white mat that goes underneath is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And you can see, let me bring my card back so you can see what I mean by that. That's going to go right there. And then for the back, I don't think I showed you the back yet. I put this on the back to have some space to write because I got so involved in the decorating the inside. I didn't leave myself any space to write, so I just put this on the back, and then I decorated that a little bit too. But this periwinkle square rectangle here is 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and then the white daisy mat is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that's going to go on the back. Now, I could have put this interior panel on first on either side and then glued this down, but I watched a YouTube video, which I'll link in my description, which did this afterwards, and she had it cut kind of in a point so that it would fit. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I like that because I think it gives a little more stability, because you're going to have another piece of paper on top of this pop-up mechanism part. So all you do is mark 2 inches on top, and then 2 inches from the top on either side. And then you make a cut from the top to each of the 2-inch marks. I'm going to switch my blade to the cutting blade. Okay. If I can see my mark, so there. I have my other inside panel just layered underneath, so I don't have to mark them separately. Okay, and then you can go ahead and adhere these down. Okay, now we're going to attach our little accordion fold to our pop-up mechanism. So what you want to do first is put some really strong glue right here in this quadrant, like the upper right quadrant, and have your accordion fold open to the top of your card and sort of place it as best you can in the middle. I think that would be good. And then you're going to close your card like that, and then give it a good press down. Let's see. Good. And now we're going to put glue on this portion here. And have your accordion fold go towards the bottom and close it. we go. That's our pop-up mechanism. And now we can work on our decorations for our card. Okay, I'm going to use my Intense Black to ink up these cute owls in the branch. Ink it up one more time. And I'm going to use sapphire ink to ink up the images from my other stamp set. Ooh, I think I might try to replace this old ink pad with a newer style. I really like the newer style, the magnetic one. But anyway, I'm going to ink up some of these images from It's Your Birthday, the Say It In Style special. And I really do like to use my Misty especially when I have solid images, because I do tend to have to stamp more than once just to get a good solid image. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that again. All right, here are all my images die cut and cut out, and I'm going to color them in using the Spectrum Noir TriBlend markers. And I think these are all the colors I'm going to use. There might be one more that I'll add. I'm going to speed up the video as I'm coloring all my die cut images. I really like the TriBlend markers. They have a really vibrant coloring effect to them. And if you're not familiar with TriBlends, each marker comes with 3 shades of the same color. So you buy one marker and that's enough to get a nice gradation to go from light to dark. So here I'm using the True Blue colors, and I can really get nice shading in the scarf and the hats. They also come in a darker shade. So one, let's say you have the True Blue TriBlend, then you can get a True Blue shades, and that'll be 3 more darker shades of the same blue color. So it's in case you are looking for a good marker to color with, I do recommend the TriBlends. Close to My Heart features a different stamp of the month every month. So this set from Owl of Us is only available in October. And it's special because typically in the past, we have not had die cuts or thin cuts with the stamps of the month. So it's very exciting that they have this option. If you order $50 or more, you can get the stamp of the month for $5. And now with this set, since if you want to get the thin cuts with it, you can get it for $22.95 if you order $50 or more. Its regular price would be $37.95. Now, if you are a VIP customer, you can get the whole set, the stamps and the thin cuts, for $17.95 if you order $50 or more. So it is a good deal if you are interested at all in becoming a VIP customer. There are some really good benefits to it. If you're interested in getting the stamp set alone without the thin cuts, without the die cuts, if you order $50 or more, you can get the stamp set for just $5. And if you are a VIP customer and order $50 or more, you can get the stamp set for free. Otherwise, the stamp set is $19.95. And here I'm adding just a little more detail. I used a white gel pen to add kind of a highlight to the balloon, and I'm using a clear shimmer brush just to add a little bit of sparkle to the clouds and then to the balloon. And then I also decide to add a little bit to the icing on the cupcake. I used a black pen to add a fine line as kind of an interior border on these starry night papers. And then I also added it to the rainbow paper and the periwinkle paper that's going to go on the back. And as I was doing this, I looked at the Starry Night paper and I kind of wanted to mimic the effect that those papers had. I used a tiny star stamp that came with the It's Your Birthday stamp set, and I just random stamped it sort of around the border of the periwinkle paper, and I used sapphire ink. And then finally I added some dots with my white gel pen, just kind of around the stars, near the stars, and just randomly again around the border of the periwinkle paper. Close to My Heart has come out with its own adhesive runner tape, and it's refillable, so I'm really happy about that. I am really liking it. I was using the mono tape runner, but I like the Close to My Heart tape runner a little bit better. I feel like it's a little more forgiving. You know, right when you put something down, you can still reposition it without tearing your project apart. So I'm really happy that now it's refillable and it's a little more economical. And they also sell it in a bundle, and that's how I've been buying it, and I'm just enjoying using it. I'm glad they came out with this product. So this is the fun part where you get to just decorate your pop-up panel and the inside of your card and the outside of your card. And this was just so much fun to put together. I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to making more of this type of card. And here's our final product, our Pop and Twist Fun Fold card made with Close to My Heart's October Stamp of the Month from Owl of Us. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more card videos or scrapbooking videos or some sort of combination. See you next time.